Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Movies Are Real for actually April and May, because I sure as hell labeled the last episode as April, even though it wasn't April, or was it?
It might have been.
We're talking about the movies of April now.
It might have been April when you posted it.
I think that's exactly what it was.
Okay.
Because I looked at it.
You weren't wrong.
No, it was not wrong. Ryan, tell me how I wasn't wrong. Tell me how I'm always right, and
You're great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Perfect.
I should be buried underneath a pyramid or something.
Yes, I'm gonna put you under the world's largest pyramid in Nebraska.
Great, love it. Cary, how are you doing? What's up?
I'm doing pretty good. The last movie we talked about on the podcast was the Justice League. For some
We should have that on in the background again.
I don't even remember what. Okay, so if you haven't noticed, we are like, I think it's it has to have been more than a year since we've been in quarantine with fucking movies. No movies are coming out or whatever the hell. And obviously, all concept of space and time is gone out the window with me, George Cruz at least. And we are here now in May, and I feel like things are looking up, folks. I think like movies might be real once again.
Movies might be back.
We can finally leave this apartment.
It's been crazy. I've been sleeping under the couch for months.
It's bizarre, but yeah, I think movies are coming back. Especially when we're making this list, I was like, oh yep, there's stuff coming out.
Yeah, some of these are big movies.
Some of them are big movies. Cruella is a big movie.
We are a show who loves and supports big movies.
But yes, so yeah, we're gonna be talking about some of the movies of April and May, such as Godzilla vs. Kong, which wound up being the biggest movie since quarantine started. Congratulations, Mr. Godzilla and Mr. Kong.
Solve your differences.
You have to split the trophy down the middle or fight for it. I don't fucking know. I'm not figuring it out. But yeah.
It's interesting how Godzilla King of the Monsters underperformed.
Yeah, I know.
And then coordinates people I am so ready for a Godzilla movie where he fights a big monkey.
And then everyone's like, they should make more of these. It's like, what? Okay.
We literally stopped because you told us you didn't want us to.
Anyways, Adam Wingard, Death Note fame.
He's back.
Blair Witch. Did he do something in between Death Note and this?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay,
This was the next thing.
Well, yeah, Adam Wingard.
Side note, I watched a movie recently called She Dies Tomorrow, and Adam Wingard made a cameo in that movie. And I was like, is that Adam Wingard? And then I was terrified. I can't believe I know what Adam Wingard looks so much.
Oh, no.
That I was able to recognize him in a cameo appearance in a movie.
I've been wanting to watch that movie.
That movie's
Watch
wild.
it eventually. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, then I'll look up what Adam Wingard's acting credits are, and I'll probably find it, because I already forgot what the name was.
That and VHS 2.
VHS 2, yes. Anyways,
Godzilla
vs. Kong, the final of the Kaiju Legendary Godzilla sort of series.
For now.
We'll
probably
see.
More.
It's okay. It's fine. It's probably my least favorite out of these movies. I don't know how everyone else here feels. I know Ryan didn't like the last one that much.
I didn't. This was honestly my favorite of all of them because that's not the highest praise. I just felt like this one, because all of them they have too much human cast and not enough big monkey or big lizard doing thing, and the humans are always idiots. But this cast, no one, I saw them and my body physically was thrown back from the hatred of everything they said. Each one of these movies has at least one or two or whole cast really that does that, but everyone here was all right.
Well, I disagree. I think everyone in the movie is annoying as hell.
Oh, really?
I think this one's probably, we can be all different. This one's in the middle for me because I like it more than, I don't know. I still don't get the hype around the very first Godzilla movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's okay.
I feel like people are crazy about that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like I see that all the time.
That's bizarre.
But I like...
Is it because it has subtlety?
Yeah, I think so. Whoa!
You like Kong Skull Island the best.
Kong Skull Island
it's very
still
good.
my
I
favorite.
rewatched it.
I don't think that will ever change, but Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, as I'm talking about it right now, I'm like, I don't remember anything that happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kong gets a sword or like an axe. An axe gets an axe.
He just finds it.
And then he's
just laying there.
He sits in a chair.
He sits in a chair. Yeah.
He sits in a chair that's like in the middle of the earth. And then in order for this is the part that
Hollow
blew
Earth
my
theory,
mind.
yeah.
Hollow Earth theory. Flat Earthers. I got a movie for you. But the part of this movie that blew my mind, and this is like jumping straight into spoilers, is when Godzilla does the laser beam down in the Hollow Earth.
That was awesome.
It doesn't make any sense. How is Kong able to jump through that? They're the same size.
The biggest jump ever.
Biggest jump. Doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, it's got Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla looks okay.
He looks okay, yeah.
I mean, they very much made him like, well, Godzilla is thick as hell and big. We need someone that's small and agile to combat Godzilla.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's fine. It's a really stupid movie, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's not really something I look back fondly on. Like, oh man, that movie was.
It was I think I would have liked it less if I saw it not in a movie theater.
Yeah, probably.
Does Godzilla vs. Kong. God bless Legendary in those movies. I'm happy they exist. Anyways, the Unholy is written on this list, and I have no wait. No, I don't know.
I saw the trailer for this in front of multiple YouTube videos for a week,
and I wish I got that.
I heard no one talk about it other than Jeffrey D. Morgan be like, "What's that?" And that's about it.
I've been getting nothing but if you vape, ads on YouTube. Are you familiar with this vape monster?
I've seen vape monster.
I have YouTube Red, so I don't see
Oh
any
man,
ads.
I should get YouTube Red. Anyways, what is the Unholy and who saw it here?
I did.
Okay.
And it was a movie. Thank you. It was a horror movie because I was like, I'm ready to go back to the theater and get back to business, watching stupid horror movies.
Cinema.
And basically, it's about Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who is a reporter, and he finds this story in this town where this girl who was once, like, I think she was just mute and possibly deaf. Yeah, she was deaf and mute, and she can suddenly talk and perform miracles and do all this stuff. And everyone's like, wow, we should worship her. But she says that she's channeling Mother Mary, but it's not. There's something more sinister at play here. And it was fun. It wasn't very good, but I had a great time.
Okay, yeah, I've never seen this trailer.
If anyone... when I watched the trailer, I was like, oh, so this is like Blumhouse Saint Maud. Got it. And so... if you're interested in that, I would check it out. Jeffrey Dean Morgan turns in an okay performance. He's the most compelling part of the movie, easily. The creature design is fun. The opening 15 seconds are really good.
I considered seeing this, but then I realized that a ticket was like going to be $12. And I was like, you know what? For my first trip back to the theater in months, I think I should aim a bit higher.
You know who spent that $12? Me.
Cary, I think sometimes as like, you know, sometimes people write something like a review or whatever, and they write this thing, and then when they get to the score is not reflective of what they wrote. You gave this movie a star and a half, and you make it sound like it's 3 stars.
No. Because this movie frustrated me because it has so many like ideas, and I'm like, oh, I really like that, but then it's like, oh, here's a stupid jump scare. Here, we're gonna make it dumb now. And
is it
like,
PG-13?
Yes.
Okay.
And so I was like, I was more frustrated than like, this is bad. I was like, you could have been good. You had good things here. You could have done better, but you just chose not to.
Instead, they're like, ooh.
Yeah. Instead, they were like, booga booga booga. And I was like, don't talk to me like I'm stupid. I know what I'm doing.
Anyways, this was directed by Evan Spiliotopoulos. His first film he directed, but he has been a writer on a shit ton of stuff.
Oh.
On a lot of Disney stuff.
Charlie's Angels. All right, I'm seeing it. My favorite movie.
Disney stuff here. What the shit?
And
yeah,
and Snake Eyes, baby, which I didn't know was a movie that existed until like a week ago.
I still don't believe that exists. When I saw the check out the Snake Eyes trailer,
I was like,
is this another IGN fake movie trailer? Because who's asking for a Snake Eyes movie?
I mean, I like Henry Golding is carrying that movie in his back because people love Henry Golding. Anyways,
what you guys are talking about?
Henry Golding.
It's Henry Golding, you know.
Who the fuck is that?
He's a very handsome man.
Think about Henry
I'm
Golding
trying to think
for a
of if
second.
there's anything.
Hold on,
Did you
let
see
me
the?
think.
Did you see A Simple Favor? No.
That sounds familiar, but I don't know what that is.
The one where Anna Kendrick
Paul
and...
Feig.
Oh yeah,
no.
the twisted mind of Paul Feig.
I did not see.
Okay.
Okay, no, I recognize this
Yeah,
guy.
that guy, man.
Okay.
Anyways, well, that's the Unholy. I again, sometimes we doing this. Sometimes in this podcast, we do the service for films that nobody else will mention them ever again. And,
You're welcome, Jeffrey.
so that's that. Nobody, a movie more, I think, more recognizable than the Unholy. Nobody.
This is another movie that invaded by YouTube.
You
ads.
keep getting YouTube. I wish I got your fucking movie trailer ads. I got nonsense.
Well, maybe if you stopped vaping, George.
I guess. And cryptocurrency. Somebody thinks I'm a vaping.
Oh yeah, I get this new the new
Shut
cryptocurrency
the
card
fuck up. Good.
coming at you. It's like I know what crypto kind of is.
I've never seen any of these.
Now we're advertising on the podcast. Go fuck yourself. Anyways, nobody.
Yeah, except for you, hairy shaver legs, Harry's razors. Only razors I trust.
We gotta get a Harry's sponsorship and not give Ryan the copy of the script. Just let him figure it out.
Anyways, nobody. Bob Odenkirk. This is a John Wick-esque action film about a man who has been pushed. Or not just pushed over the edge. He's coming back to a life he thought he was out of the game. And then you mess with his family or whatever the hell, and he's all like, bah. And yeah, am I the only one who saw Nobody here?
I watched it. I rented it at home.
I think it's pretty good.
I liked it a lot. I had a great
It's
time.
very fun. It's a good time.
How is it different from a John Wick?
I'm not a John Wick expert.
Or
It doesn't have the look of a John Wick.
what's-
movie.
No, it's not as stylized.
It's not as stylized.
And it's
What's
more
the
funny.
Mad Nicholson one called again?
Oh, Polar.
Okay, I was thinking
It's
Eclipse.
nowhere near as good as Polar.
Okay, well that sucks.
No,
But how does it-
it's much better than
Oh.
Polar.
How does it? You gave Polar 4 stars.
Yeah,
Cary.
I
remember
idiot.
this.
I'm an idiot.
So how does it compare to one of those?
I think it's much more trying to be funny
Yeah.
and lighthearted.
Okay.
And I vibe with
Lighthearted is how
Because
to
it's
describe
Bob
it.
Odenkirk.
Yeah,
He's always
it's
be the
goofy.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's much because the John Wick movies are very serious and style heavy, which works for them, but that can get kind of boring. So I think this has a little more.
It's a little more everyman.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah,
everyman, yeah.
It's I also could be nobody.
But yes, I think it's very good. I think Bob Odenkirk does a great job. At no point does any jokes or anything feel like they're trying to make him into more of a character. The character he's playing, they don't write him beyond the scope of what Bob Odenkirk can do or how realistic you can imagine Bob Odenkirk acting if he was this guy. But yeah, that's pretty good.
And it's not to say that the action sequences are uninteresting or badly done or anything, because I think they're pretty good. It's just not as it's not
doesn't have
it's
style.
not as acrobatic or
Yeah.
a big stunt piece like it would be in John Wick. But
Yeah, it's a lot more
still
I wouldn't say. It gets kind of brutal, but it just happened. I don't know. It happens. The music happens. It's good cuts, but it's I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's
fun.
It's fun. Highly recommend Nobody. Good times. I don't think there's anything. I don't have anything else to say about it, but yeah. I don't think they're gonna make a trilogy out of these or a universe with the fucking.
What would they call the sequel to Nobody? No buddies, and he has a buddy.
Okay.
Somebody.
No buddies, and they're buddies, and they're back to back.
Someone stole his golden retriever puppies. No buddies.
We're back, baby. This is the podcast that never sleeps.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, Christopher Lloyd's in that movie, by the way. I forgot.
Christopher Lloyd's great in that movie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyways, that's all we gotta say. That's all I gotta say about Nobody. It's pretty good.
Time.
A movie that I wanted to see, but I forgot because I think it was only in theaters or something.
It was brief.
In the Earth,
In the Earth.
directed by Ben Wheatley of Free Fire, and there's another one.
He did High Rise.
High Rise. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Mhm.
Cary, you saw this.
Yes.
Is it good?
I liked it a lot. It's very, very stylistic, and it's the main premise is that there's a global pandemic happening of sorts, and there's a virus going everywhere.
Weird.
And but there's a research outpost that they've lost contact with, and so they're sending these 2 people into the forest to try and find them.
I've seen this movie before.
Very Annihilation, yeah. But
I've lived this.
but they get deterred by some bad time things happening in the forest. But I just really like the stylistic choices it makes near the end with a lot of the visuals, and the soundtrack is bumping, and it turns from science-y, a disease movie to like weirdo cult movie, and it's fun. I had a great time.
Okay.
The review from my friend Chris, who I said he should go see it, he saw it and he said, make horror movies fun again, please. And I was like, I had a great time.
This wasn't fun to you? You didn't enjoy this?
Cool. No, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's just like, I'll say there's a card at the beginning of the movie that has a photosensitivity epilepsy warning. So
okay.
I can see why you liked it then, because you love having epileptic seizures.
I do.
Especially when there's no one in the theater to help you, so you're just like,
Oh, and there like the sound design of the movie was I don't know if it was deliberate, but there was this like one speaker that was right above me that I didn't realize, but this speaker was like tracked with all the door opening noises in the movie, but they were really subtle, but they were super clear because I was right next to the speaker, so I was sitting in the theater by myself and I kept hearing doors open and footsteps, and I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? I thought someone was entering the theater to disturb me. So maybe that's why I was upset.
Old door.
Oh god. Yeah, that's why it was so disturbing to me. I was just on edge because I was having anxiety problems because I thought someone was opening the door.
There's an old barn door in the middle of the theater.
Oh god.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My one true fear. But yeah, I would recommend In the Earth. I think it's a very fun, very stylistic, bad time movie, apparently.
Okay. Well, I look forward to eventually, hopefully, watching it. I'll try to put it
Hell
on
yeah.
a list. That's In the Earth. A movie I have seen a lot of people talk about.
Yes.
And I believe this is Sony Picture Animation.
It's the Spider-Verse team.
Yeah, I thought so, yeah.
Not the Hotel Transylvania team. They got a new movie coming out.
Yeah.
Hotel Transylvania 4.
The Mitchells versus the Machines came out on Netflix. And I know nothing about this movie other than what I just said about it being Sony Pictures Animation Studio. And I've seen screenshots like, oh yeah, those are those guys.
It's those guys, yeah. This movie has had like a weird time. It was originally supposed to come out last December or November, but then pandemic stuff kept going bad. And it was originally called Connected, but when Netflix bought it, they changed the name to The Mitchells versus the Machines. I'm not super sure why, but that's what they.
Every other movie, the original on Netflix, has a title similar to Connected.
Yeah, it also has very like Disney energy. Frozen, Tangled, Pitbull.
I mean, like if you're going to a movie theater, you do one. You can do one, but when it's just like it has to stick out. On
The Mitchells versus the Machine.
Whoa!
What is that about? I want to watch it with my kids.
I love this, but it has a very like general like premise of a young girl going to. Graduate from high school, going to college, and it's all about like the main focus is like people's interaction with electronics and social media and whatnot. She wants to go to film school. Well, she's going to film school. She got in, and she just never felt like the connection with like her art with her father. And like the main premise is her dad decides that he wants the whole family to drive her to college when she was originally supposed to take the plane, so she was like, oh no. So family road trip, while there's already some tension there, and in the middle of that, robot apocalypse just starts, and they have to just like fight robots while dealing with their own internal family problems.
Okay.
It's really good.
It's so good.
All right.
It's so incredible good. It's so like a lot of the humor, like I feel like a different movie, it would feel like awkward or like cringy. Mm-hmm. But like just because like the way the characters are, it feels like genuine from them, especially when they do like more meanie stuff. You know what I mean, Cary?
Yes.
it's so it just feels so like genuine and sweet, and you can't help but enjoy it and laugh at it all with that, as well as just having like the Spider-Verse's team like just unique design, the way they animate things and characters. They incorporate a lot of effects similar to like how Spider-Verse had like the comic-y kind of like things with it, except it's more like cartoon, like hand-drawn cartoon stuff above the 3D animation, as well as some like real images, and it's just so fucking cute. I can't take it. And it's so like loud and vibrant and bright. I'm just really bummed that it is now on Netflix and wasn't in a theater. Because like I feel like if that movie just like exploded on your face like how Spider-Verse did, you'd be like, this is an experience. This is fantastic. Right. So I love this. I think everyone needs to watch this. It's so sweet.
It's a good movie.
Okay.
So good.
All right.
It's a very and it has the the animated movie trope of silly animal friend, except in this movie it's a pug and it's incredible.
That was Greg's favorite part.
The pug is fantastic.
There's a sequence in a mall that was one of my favorite things I've seen this year.
That was spoiled for me, and I'm really upset because like the image of like the big reveal was like the Dark Harvest shall begin. That still was like that appeared on my feed the morning the movie dropped. And I was like, why are people spoiling this? Jesus. But yes, there is a part in the middle of the movie that is one of the funniest things.
I'm fucking dying.
And it's also like the animation on it looks so real. It's the best animated stuff in the movie. It looks jarring compared to the cast.
It's so good. They were like, we build the movie around this.
Because I got a bold idea. Oh my god, just the Dark Harvest shall begin. It's so good. It's so funny. Oh my god.
And Eric Andre's in it too.
Eric Andre plays a weird Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is great.
Great cast.
What's her name? Olivia Colman
as AI lady.
Yeah, she plays the robot apocalypse leader.
All right. Well, I was probably gonna watch it, but
it's
fantastic
great.
Stuff.
This is my favorite movie of the year, easily. It's so good.
Okay. Well, that's the Mitchells versus the Machines. That is on Netflix, folks. If you wanted to watch that, I guess I'll go through what we've talked about so far, just for shits and giggles. So we've talked about Godzilla versus Kong, The Unholy, Nobody in the Earth, and of course the Mitchells versus the Machines. I'll tell you what, folks. It is the year 2021, and Mortal Kombat. Everybody loves it. Nobody can get tired of it. They made a Mortal Kombat movie, and it came out in the year 2021.
It did?
Woohoo!
Yep.
Wait, I watched this.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
and
no.
I forgot completely about this movie. Yeah, I don't know. They made a new Mortal Kombat movie, and they kind of made it their own thing.
It's definitely more about like the two people you think about when you think of Mortal Kombat. Sub-Zero and
Yes.
Scorpion.
Oh, yes. I thought you were talking about Cole Young.
Cole.
Oh,
yeah,
I've never
Cole.
thought about him before in my life.
But yes,
like in the
more
original
about-
Mortal Kombat movie, which I had seen for the
Yes.
first time recently with you, I was very confused as to why
just
the
show
main
up.
character was. Who was the main character?
Luke.
Johnny Cage.
No, Liu Kang is the main character.
Liu Kang. Okay, I
And
never
he's the guy in the games.
He's the guy.
But he's also not the guy in the cover of the games. Like,
yeah,
which is Scorpion.
the guy in the cover of the games is the two guys who are color swapped.
Yes.
Yes. So that was interesting. It felt like a different movie in that sense.
The coolest part of this movie is the beginning where they said that this is going to be like the Scorpion and Sub-Zero thing.
Yeah.
That's the coolest shit, in my opinion. But
I don't get why Sub-Zero has to be so mean, though.
I don't know. Anyways,
Consider it, really.
yeah, Mortal Kombat. I guess all I gotta say is that they definitely did their own thing for this movie. I guess that's kudos to them. But I don't think any of the performances did anything for me. I thought it was pretty boring.
And like it was a thing in the movie where everyone got their powers because they were
Yes.
entered because they had the invitation to the tournament. If they did something, then they would get their powers, and that could just be like, oh, I have robot orbs, or I have robot eye, or I am Cole Young. I can grow this armor thing
Or
around.
if you kill the person who had
the invitation,
then you get their.
So if I hit Scorpion with my car, he dies.
I think yes, you would. If you were the doctor and Sub-Zero is on life support, and the family and Cole Young is like, You need to unplug him. He's suffering. Then you, as the one who pulled the plug, would then get the entry of the tournament. Oh no!
Also, I don't think having the viewer character, this Cole Young, did anything for me. I mean, it's like, I don't know.
I was just confused the whole time because I was like, oh, this must be a character that I don't know about. So I just kept being like, no, he must be a thing.
OC,
and then afterwards, I was like, so which game is that guy? And Greg was like, he's the what the heck? I was like, oh.
Cole Young? No, that is not a Mortal Kombat character.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe I would have bought into him more if his name didn't sound like First Draft. Like, we gotta make a guy. What's a guy name?
It was like the Warner Bros. Executive was like, we need to have like a main character guy in the movie that the audience can relate to. I don't know, something like Cole Young. You guys were good. They're like, all right, we'll put that for now, and then we'll change it.
Exactly.
Everyone was like, so is Cole Young fine for everyone else? Yeah, it's fine for everyone.
Right. Something stupid, if you keep it for long enough, people just get used to it. So I was like, Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of bummed by this movie because I felt like, I think people like this movie. I don't know how you gauge the success of this movie in an HBO Max present.
Apparently, it did very good in theaters.
Did it?
Yeah,
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, this was rivaling Demon Slayer.
Well, there you go.
It was like neck and neck.
Oh, good.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll watch more of it. It's not that bad. It's not horrible, but it's just kind of uninteresting. And I prefer the original, a significant one. It's very good.
A lot of people really like Kano. How did you guys feel about it?
I didn't get why. That was just Kano. It's just the character.
Oh, my favorite part of that is I was listening to a comic book podcast, those two, and they're all Australian. They had guests on who also Australian. They were talking about the movie, and they're like, all right, guys, real question. What did we think about Kano? And they're like, not bad, actually. They all agree that it was not a bad representation.
He is the moment.
Yeah. They're like, this is the representation our country needs.
I will say, though, I think this is a very video game movie. I think the story in Mortal Kombat, the new games, is better than this movie.
What is the story in those games?
There is a lot.
There's a tournament?
In the first one, for a second, and then stuff happens, and there's time travel, and...
Oh yeah, there's no tournament in this movie.
There's no tournament in any of the movies.
No, there's a tournament in the other movie. There's that guy who's like... And then he gets blasted with Sub-Zero.
But that did not happen in the new one.
Because they keep mentioning the tournament.
It's coming. We killed all the participants. What are we going to do with the tournament?
This is very, very, very Cats of them. Very Idris Elba in Cats. We're going to eliminate all the contestants before the tournament starts.
Oh my god, they both are by Warner Brothers. So that means
my gosh.
Gimbal Shakes, the real white cat, can appear. What would his power be?
Being awesome, he would railroad people and run them over with the train.
His power is he can just like, there's someone's a railroad, what's on a railroad? Train. A train. He'd summon a train and the train hits people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anyways,
I get it.
I was pretty disappointed by this movie.
I love cinema.
Yeah, I feel nothing for this movie.
Anyways, that's Mortal Kombat. Kind of a footnote.
George, what movie do you feel less about? That movie, or Those Who Wish Me Dead? Those guys? Me?
Dead?
At this hour?
It's more
in my woods?
It's more common than you might think.
Ryan, you asked me this question, and I'm trying to genuinely... I feel...
So, Those Who Wish Me Dead, Angelina Jolie, director Taylor Sheridan? Wind River Dude.
Sheridan?
Wind River Dude, a movie I think is not that good. Wind River. That's the one where Hawkeye...
I watched that. That movie made me feel sick.
Yeah.
People really like that movie.
Yeah, people do.
I don't think they like it for... They're not like, oh...
That's a real bad time movie.
Yeah. No, I thought that movie was bad because, well, the whole thing is about Native Americans and the main character is Hawkeye.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different movie.
And all the Native Americans like, Hawkeye, you get us. You get us, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
and he's like, I'm Jeremy Renner.
No, that is what I was thinking. I thought people liked that movie.
Yeah, they do.
Like that movie. Bryan doesn't like that movie.
No, because...
I think it's fine, but it also made me feel like shit.
No, I get that. And then the part at the end is just like, that scene was not necessary.
It was a lot.
It was a lot, but it also was like, there was no point in showing it. Mm-hmm. like at all. Like it was more like the movie was darker, just finding out what happened to the girl.
I get you.
Whatever. I hate that movie. It's not good.
That's fine.
It's a bad time.
You can go right.
But
I honestly have no like strong feelings towards that movie.
Cary, relax. I hate the movie.
Bryan, please.
I still
Those who wish me dead.
I still can't answer your question. Maybe I can answer your question afterwards.
All right,
keep going.
Maybe at the end of the show you'll have an answer for
Yeah,
it.
keep going.
But there is a boy. I know what you're thinking. The poster is Angelina Jolie holding a boy, and the title says "Those Who Wish Me Dead." You would assume that someone is wishing Angelina Jolie dead, but no, it's the kid.
It's the kid, yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, what does Angelina Jolie do? Well, she kind of sits in like her house for a long time, and then like the movie ends.
She plays Firewatch.
She plays Firewatch for a few hours. Doesn't do a good job. Really bad job. She's on the job for 2 days, and there's a big old fire.
And she gets struck by lightning? Question
That
mark?
was bizarre.
It didn't seem real.
That didn't seem
But
real.
then it was real because none of the computers worked.
You'd think that they'd set up the watchtower to not get hit by lightning, like have like lightning
Well,
rods.
she did have a lightning rod, but
But then it destroyed the thing. Yeah, it was not good.
Well, also they set her up to be having hallucinations all the time and having like PTSD. So
Yes,
when
right.
she was struck by lightning, it was like, did that happen?
It's weird how like in the movie where like she's so traumatized about being a fireman that she's like, all right, I guess I'll just get a different shift. like you think she'd explore different career opportunities at that point if it was like a bad experience, but whatever.
And we have 2 hitmen guys. One of them played by fucking what's his name, Nicholas Hoult. Beast for some fucking reason.
The other one played by the guy who plays the manager in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yes.
I know you guys are both big fans.
And they're both not the best hitmen in the world.
No, they're not. They have a good act, but they're not great at their job.
No.
They did make that house explode really well, though.
They did.
At the very beginning. That was my favorite part of the movie.
That was funny. And then also always going, we needed more guys. It's like, you needed to kill one dude and a kid. You couldn't do that? Really?
Anyways,
wow.
The bad guys start a fire in the forest. That's
spreads really quickly.
spreads really quickly.
And
And,
they're looking for the kid.
Looking for the
He's
kid.
hiding in the forest.
Trying to weed him out.
If we burn down the forest, the kid will either die or reveal himself.
And yeah. Anyways,
Now we just sit back and wait.
Yeah.
all right, we're spending too much time with the movie. This movie is dumb and nonsense. Makes no sense. And the most frustrating thing about this movie, they never explain why they're trying to kill this kid and the dad.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry has committed some bad things. Don't ask what.
Just care because we tell you to. Please.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then the kid's dad is gonna take him to school. There's like, oh shit! And he just drives like, son, we're on the run until the day we die. You're never gonna see your friends and family again. We're on the road forever now, Dad.
Okay, Dad. Here's all my secrets. I wrote them down.
I
Every
can't
single
get
one.
over that movie ends that he's gonna talk to the media and we never learn what. And the fucking song starts, keep word moment, and then nothing.
Because then they'd have to write
Tyler
like,
Perry's
some-
penis is small. The secret! Kill the kid!
They'd have to write some compelling, interesting thing or some sort of puzzle that they'd have to solve. Or
But what if
blow the
instead
lid
it was
on.
keep waiting on me, waiting
What
on
if they
me.
just said there's some serious information here, and it's not about that. It's about protecting children from fire.
They break the windows. You see, audience. The thing here is kids and forest fires. Not a good combination.
See, what Angelina Jolie did wrong here is you're supposed to stop, drop, and roll.
She literally ran into the fire. You don't want to do that.
She ran into the fire, tripped those 3 boys, and knocked them down, and kicked dirt on them, and then kept running into the fire.
She poured lighter fluid on them.
Anyways,
Cruel.
that's that movie. We saw it. It's on
That movie's
HBO
not
Max.
very good.
Whatever. Ryan, tell me about Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. Let me say the full title here. Demon Slayer. Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Mugen Train.
It's isn't it Mugen Train?
Who cares?
Okay.
So this movie, if you don't know, it's an anime. This was the highest grossing movie of 2020. It made over $400 million during COVID. Only released in Japan, which is a very small island. which is wild to me how it was so successful, especially because like it doesn't stand on its own like another movie. It's just season 2 of a show. So you had to watch 26 episodes of this other show to understand what's going on with this fucking train. But yeah, this movie's wild.
Nice.
Because what's fun about Demon Slayer the anime is that the main premise is like this kid's family gets killed by demons, and he's just like, I'm gonna kill every goddamn demon in the world. I don't care. I'm pissed. And like he trains for like 2 episodes, and then like the rest of it, he just kills demons. There's no break.
Nice.
He just has a sword. He's like, I'll kill you all.
Yo.
And this movie is the same thing, but it takes place exclusively on a train, which is hilarious.
I am sold. This sounds great.
It's great, and all the demons have like he's just a samurai. Like that's it. And all the demons have weird powers. Like this guy can like flip roofs in the house. This guy throws balls from his hands.
Wait, did you say one guy flips houses?
There's a guy who like his
I
power.
can make this shithole worth $1 million.
There is a demon, and his power is he has these drums growing from him. This is in the show, not the movie. And if he bangs a drum, his house, like the dimensions will flip.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the end.
The dimensions will flip, yeah. So like you'll run at him and then he'll flip and then like you'll be on the ceiling.
Like Inception.
Inception, yeah.
Got it.
And
that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool visual.
Does he have to? What if he like drops something on the drum?
There is a part where he just goes. It's very good.
That sounds fantastic.
But the train, big train, fun stuff. I don't know. It's just if you've seen the anime, you're probably going to see this movie. I don't know what else to say.
Sounds pretty cool.
My favorite part is I was carded trying to see this movie. Because I bought my
Sonny.
No, I bought my ticket online, and then like I went to it was the first time I've been in a theater since Promising Young Woman in December.
Nice.
And like the lady up front was at the cinema. There was like a lady up front was like, "You have a mask?" And I already had one on. And she like checks like, "Oh, I can just print your ticket here." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." And then she prints it. Like, then she like holds my ticket. Like, I'm gonna need to see some ID first. And I was like, I am 26 years old. This is a rated R movie about anime. Come on.
I've seen TikToks of people working in a theater, and you have a bunch of kids trying to get in this fucking movie, and they're like, I have to turn you away, kids. Get out of the line. Lines of people for this fucking movie. This fucking train movie.
It's a fun movie.
The Murder on the Orient Express, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of murder on this express.
I want to take a slight break here to talk about how fucking sad I am that the next fucking the Murder on the Nile or whatever had to be like super delayed because Armie Hammer was the main guy in that
really?
movie.
Oh, no.
I forgot. I watched that trailer and I was like, oh, I'm hyped for this movie, awesome. And then all the Armie Hammer stuff happened. I was like, oh, weird. And then my friend was like, yeah, it sucks about Murder on the Nile. I was like, yeah, it'll probably. And he was like, no, like Armie Hammer was the main guy. And I was like, oh, that was Armie Hammer. No. So rip that.
So what
movie.
are they gonna do? Are they gonna CGI him out?
I don't know. I think they have to reshoot everything or something.
Oh, wow.
It sucks.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Is that like?
Financially, there's no way that movie is worth it.
I'll go see it. Kenneth, please.
I can't remember who it was, but on the Zack Snyder movie that comes out like tomorrow, Army of the Dead, there was an actor that they filmed the movie, and an actor got he did a bunch of stuff. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, was it Crystalia?
Maybe.
But I remember hearing something.
Who
like
cares
that.
about him? Because he's an
honestly.
asshole, probably. Not probably, he is.
Yeah.
He got cut out of the movie. But they replaced him with Tig Notaro, and they just reshot all of the scenes with Tig Notaro and just placed her in, and that's it.
Nice.
And like they needed to delay the movie anyway because of COVID, but it was like that's just funny. Yeah. So yeah, let's just replace him with Tig Notaro.
Perfect.
It's great.
But yeah, rip Murder on the Nile. Very sad about that.
What is the woman in the window?
Speaking of rip.
No. Do you remember, I don't know if you ever saw the trailer, it's the one where Amy Adams is agoraphobic and she sees a murder happen in the apartment.
Yes.
across the
You've
street.
seen Rear Window.
Yes.
It's Rear Window-y.
Yes. Think of Rear Window, but
That's
Amy
Amy
Adams. Yeah, and like another thing, like how could that go wrong?
That's what I thought.
I
genuinely, before this movie dropped and all the reviews came out, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Me too. Me too. That's why I didn't even look at her review. I was like, oh, Amy Adams. There's other like good people in here. Gary Oldman has the whitest hair I've ever seen him have, which is weird because usually they try to make him look younger. But it sucks. It just
crazy
sucks.
Bad. It's so funny. But yeah, it's got Amy Adams, Gary Oldman, Julianne Moore, Anthony Mackie.
Kind of.
He's there.
Wyatt Russell!
Your Russell's son!
His ears are so big!
I kept being like, this dude looks familiar. What do I know? And I was like, oh, I know him from he has Kurt Russell's jeans.
Yes. He is wearing Kurt Russell's jeans.
The whole time. It's really distracting.
Scene. But yeah, she's agoraphobic, and it's really weird because like it's modern day in like New York, right? Isn't it like New York? It's like
I think so.
It's something it's like a bit.
It's gotta be New York.
It looks new. The house is massive, by the way.
Right.
I don't understand that.
At least a $12 to $15 million property.
Yes, exactly. For just her and Wyatt Russell. And like she has some new neighbors move in. And she like talks to them all individually, and then she sees like a murder happen across, and it's like, oh, and like she calls, and like no one believes her because like, oh, this crazy lady,
crazy pill popping cat lady, that fucking bomber insult that Gary Oldman lays into her. It's like, you were pill popping drunk cat lady. It's like, Jesus Christ, chill.
My God. But it's so like boring. Like it's boring, and then like. When it starts to like unveil the twist, it's not like. First off, I feel like the twist was like pretty like predictable to be like because you saw the murder, but you didn't see who did it. Well, you're just assuming like, oh, it was Gary Oldman, obviously it's Gary Oldman. But like if you just thought constructively, it's like, oh, probably the other person in the fucking house. Like, jeez. And like every time they like add a layer to it, it's just like, all right, like it's not interesting. It's just like, okay. Yeah. Like when they reveal what happened with their family, I was like, I don't care. Like who cares?
I did like that shot though. That afterwards when she's back
I'm thinking of ending shot.
I was like, ooh, that's very. I'm thinking of ending things.
Because someone had just watched that movie. I was like, oh,
plug that in, put that in the movie.
Thank God I'm filming my movie today. It's the exact same shot.
Ryan, the car is upside down.
Oh, that's true. We did things a little different in our movie. We had Amy Adams, a different redhead.
No, yeah, the movie is like, it's the kind of movie that makes me uncomfortable, where it's just like clearly a bunch of people gaslighting this woman, and I'm like, I'm so uncomfortable with this.
It's also weird because like Wyatt Russell's personality changes a lot.
Yeah. And so it's like that itself doesn't make it bad, but I just have a bad time watching it personally.
It's not fun.
And then like the last 15 minutes or so, it just goes bananas. It's crazy.
Yeah.
This movie does two good things. The one shot that Ryan and I just talked about, and that one part with
that they stole from another movie.
The thing in her face.
Oh yeah, that is a thing that happened.
I liked that a lot.
This movie felt like it ended like 4 times.
Yeah.
Weird.
But I think I'm trying to decide if it's worth your time or not. There's enough stuff in it that it's like, what the fuck is that? Because I said, do you remember the craziest part of the movie to me was the scene, like, effect transition when she's looking out the window and she sees the murder happen, and then it cuts away, and then there's a jump scare, and then you see someone screaming, and then a bunch of blood splatters across the screen, and I was like, what the fuck was that? I took a video of it. I'll show you after the show.
Yeah,
because that blew my mind, and I sent it to like my friend at 3 a.m. and he was like, "Cary, what the fuck is that?"
I think I remember that because like the way it's shot, it makes you feel like the blood hit her window. Is this one?
It doesn't look real. It just looks like a stupid movie effect. But it's supposed to be her like having a dream or something, I think. But I don't know. It's just a very wild editing decision. It's very fun.
There's a lot of wild editing decisions.
Yes.
So did you guys see this in the movie theater?
This is
it's a Netflix movie.
Oh.
It was supposed to come out.
I remember seeing the trailer,
but then it got bought by Netflix, I assume.
Wow.
because they were like, ooh, a turd, thank you.
This movie sucks.
Yoink.
How much money would you like?
Number 1 in the U.S. every day.
Anyways, I don't think this movie's... I've never heard of this movie, but I don't think it's going to be much better. Shadow in the Cloud.
Oh.
Starring Chloe Grace
I added this
Thank
to the
you
list.
so much.
And Nick Robinson.
I was like, oh,
Thank
Ryan
you
wants to
so
talk about
much.
this. I know he does.
I am so excited for this movie. So this originally came out in January, right? This was the first movie to come out of the year.
Okay.
I was going to see it because Chloe Grace Moretz, I like her a lot. I think she's underrated. I think it does not pick the best movies to be in.
Yeah.
And this one is not an exception to
Outside
that.
of Suspiria.
Suspiria's
Oh, yeah,
so
she is
good.
in that, yeah.
Suspiria's so good.
It's a great movie.
But this movie is, the history of it was originally a Max Landis script. And if you remember Max Landis at all,
I do.
he is one of the worst people in Hollywood. But the director, a woman, took this because it was like one of those like scripts that like no one really wanted anyway. And like after Max Landis, we're like, oh, this guy actually sucks. Like no one wanted to touch it. But she took the script that he made and she rewrote it with the idea of, taking something from a horrible man and moving it into like the arms of a woman to like kind of take that stuff away. I like that idea.
And it was really successful. And
The problem is the movie. You can still very much tell it was a Max Landis thing, and you can very much tell that the budget was not there. But I almost like appreciate that, like what they do with not having.
Also,
a budget.
she's the director as
She's
well.
the director as well, yes. But the premise of this movie is it's World War II. Chloe Grace Moretz goes on this military plane with a bunch of soldiers. She's carrying an important package. And she just shows up there. None of them like have heard of like what she's doing there, so that they're all arguing with her. But it's really important to her that she gets this package to where they're going, and a lot of stuff happens. And I broke this down to Cary, but like how like in storytelling it's always like man versus nature, man versus self, man versus
yes.
Like this has man versus everything. There is so much conflict happening in this movie, and it's only 80 minutes long. All right, so let me break this down slowly. So she goes on there, and she's a woman, World War II era. Everyone is the most sexist they could possibly be. So that is the first conflict. Is she's on a plane with people who are very
Man
weird.
versus man.
Man versus man, woman versus man, if you will. Second conflict. Because they don't know her, they leave the package up on top, and she has to sit in like one of the gunner seats at the bottom of the plane. And the seat is made of glass, it's falling apart, it's crappy, and it's literally like hanging from the bottom of the plane. Fun fact, most of the movie is just a shot of her in the pod. They don't cut up to the conversation she has with the other guys. You just hear it over the radio. She's in the pod for most of the movie because they did not have a lot of money. It's so funny. And it's clear because there was more conflict that they wanted to save their budget for. Okay, so conflict 2, she's in a pod floating in the sky. Problem 3, it's World War II and the Japanese are coming after her. Well, they're coming after the Allies in general. So occasionally,
specifically
Grace Moretz. We gotta get her. That Cary remaker's not good. So that's conflict 3. Every once in a while, Axis powers will come by and shoot the plane, and she has to, gun at them. Mm-hmm. Conflict 4, I don't want to spoil this one, but the package is a very sensitive thing that she needs to protect at all costs, and it's very important that no one opens the box or looks at it. It's very important. That is conflict 4. Conflict 5, there is a gremlin on the plane.
I just saw the trailer.
When
you mentioned that, I was like, what?
There is a gremlin on the plane.
I heard that
There's
noise
a gremlin.
George was making. I just saw a gremlin noise.
There's a gremlin on the plane. Above all else, there's a gremlin on the plane. That is conflict 5.
Yeah, when Ryan told me this, I was like, that's conflict number 5. That's the bottom.
What's so funny. The gremlin is like, she's like, right at the guys. Oh, there's a gremlin. Like, oh, women. It's like, guys, no, there's a gremlin. Like, oh, you're going crazy because of your period or something. And like, there's a gremlin, like, because he's tearing apart the plane, and like, he'll like go over and mess with her, and then she'll like kick him. And then, like, he'll just go and mess with the plate some more. And then, like, the lock guy's like, he'll just run over and mess with her some more. It's so crazy. This movie's incredible. Like, I
need to watch this.
I would love it if we watched it later. That would be great. Right now, it's on Hulu and Amazon Prime. I highly recommend everyone watch it. It is wild. And the ending is one of the craziest things ever. My favorite thing, Nick Robinson, who's barely in the movie, which is weird, is he has a weird line. Like, towards the end, they're like, you know what? You did a good job for a woman. We respect women now. And, like, they're like, trying to, like, cover for her when they get recovered from, more allied people. And he's like, yeah, we'll just blame it on the secretary. Huh, dames, am I right? And Chloe Grace's like, what about dames? And he's like, you know what? They're all right. I don't think that's the exact thing, but like it has that energy. It's gonna be like, you know what? Women, not that bad. I'm saying it.
Finally,
so
a movie that's not afraid to say it.
It's so good.
That's amazing.
This movie's incredible. I can't believe it exists. But I'm so happy it does.
I'm so happy you thirst watched for Chloe Grace Moretz and found treasure.
Oh my god. It's so great. Yes, please watch it. Shout out the clouds. Hulu, Amazon Prime.
Man. All right.
Sip down a nice sweet LaCroix while you're drinking
Oh my
watching
God.
it.
My mom has gotten into LaCroix recently.
Gross.
It is gross.
Man,
I mean, it's delicious.
We love LaCroix.
LaCroix, come on.
No, I'm not drinking a Walmart water. What do you mean?
Anyways, the final movie we're talking about today is Spiral from the Book of Saw, folks. He's back.
Chris Rock is back.
Chris Rock is back. What's his name? Billy? What's the name of the puppet?
Billy the Puppet?
Billy the Puppet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, Spiral Book of Saw. A movie trailer, specifically. I feel like either I saw it in a movie theater or I saw it with you guys. Do you guys have any memory of where I saw this movie trailer?
I saw this trailer a year ago.
Yes, so did I.
I did not see a single trailer since it was re-released.
Okay,
so it felt like I was seeing a movie like a year after it came out.
I saw a trailer on YouTube for the first time I saw it because I heard about it and I looked up the trailer, and then I think right after that we saw it.
Okay, what I'm getting to is like, I remember seeing that trailer, and I think I heard rumblings of this, and I had no idea, and that trailer is so fucking good, because it, like, completely blindsides you that it's a Saw movie,
Yes.
that it starts off with the fucking, I think it's a J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar song, while they're like, oh, being a cop, am I right?
Time.
Yeah, let's go. And then
People
it's
are
like,
really gonna love cops when this movie comes out.
and then, it goes,
And like that's, I like that idea of like it's a cop
That's
movie.
so
It's
cool.
a cop movie first, and then you're like, oh, it's a Saw movie.
and it's got Chris Rock, and it's like,
Yeah.
what a fresh concept, and it sounds so
Yeah,
cool.
and Chris Rock like produced it and had the idea for it. Very cool.
Very cool. And
Movie kind of sucks.
it's just a Saw movie. It's a Saw movie, yeah. I kind of had high expectations. I had a great time watching it, though.
Mm-hmm.
I had a fantastic time watching. I just wish it transcended. I thought it was going to be something at least as good as Saw.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Saw. It's like a movie. Like it's like a silly. I don't know. It's fine.
My opinion on this movie, I've seen it twice now.
I wouldn't mind watching it again, personally.
I think that it's overall pretty okay, and I think the front half of it gets a little boring for me. But I love the very ending. I love it so much that I'm willing to sit through like the final reveal of the
Because it's a
trap.
Saw ending?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Because
George.
it's Saw?
It's Saw. No, like this more than the other ones where I'm like, I really like this ending a lot. Like
Okay.
The final reveal of the final trap, I think it's very, very good.
I didn't like it.
What the fuck?
Did you not like it at all?
I didn't like the final reveal.
Oh.
I thought that was like, it's
a guy.
Yeah, it's a thing from before that they're flashing back to. I think my problem with this movie, the main one, is it's a mystery of like who's the Jigsaw copycat killer, but it is so.
But the reveal is
it's so painfully obvious who it is.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was telling my boss I saw this, and she was like, "Can I guess who the killer is?" And I was like, "Sure." And then she guessed it immediately.
Yeah.
Right. Like, if this was a Saw, it would have been that would have been the first one, and then like from some fucking thing in the back, someone shows up.
I was talking because Greg loves this movie. Greg says it's one of his favorite Saw movies.
Really?
Now, but I was talking to him about it, and I was like, I hate that the twist is so predictable because I like Saw twists because like that brand of Saw twist because I like them because they're not fair and there's no way that you can predict them because they don't make any sense.
That makes sense.
And he's like, so you're saying you don't like this movie because it makes sense? I'm like, yes, exactly, Greg.
Yeah, someone's gonna show up and it's like, the key to that puppet thingy was fucking somewhere, I don't know. And it's like, oh shit.
I will say I watched Saw for the first time with Cary this month, and I did not know the twist at the end of that movie.
It's very good.
And
I've gotten a huge more appreciation for that movie now than when I saw it forever ago.
It's so funny. He's like, who gives the dub? It's like, what's going on?
I also like that. It's weird. Like, okay,
you gave me a split second. I was waking up in the water
It's
drain.
true.
That's not fair.
It's like so annoying. Like, God damn it,
you
fucking asshole. But okay, anyways, so like,
keys in your boy. Oh,
so this is just complimenting original Saw. But I'm trying to think of. And the movie also feels weird, like Chris Rock trying to interject some of his humor.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work. Like Don
just,
Joe
like,
mentioned it. Like,
whenever he's just walking and talking, I'm like, oh, he's workshopping some
stuff,
of his
yeah.
stand-up bits here.
why don't you go watch Twilight? It's the thing he said. It's there. And they bring it back during the
Yes, like, don't worry about
it's like, what's New Moon?
He really liked the Twilight joke.
Yeah, he was. That's why
Chris Rock was like, that's staying.
And
I'm the producer. It's staying.
And the voice is just not good.
It's so
It's so the voice of the guy is
Hello,
so.
detective. I am here to tell you.
Hey
that...
guys, I'm gonna play a trick on you.
Hello, detective. You are a bad cop. You killed someone because they made fun of you.
Yeah, like it doesn't sound poetic.
That sounds reasonable.
Like there's nothing.
What do you mean?
I said in my Letterboxd review that the Jigsaw knockoff voice sounds like Jesse Eisenberg from.
Again, it makes sense. It's just like the most boring. Like the thing with like. And shout out to Tobin Bell, I guess. Shout out to all these small things that worked out to make the formula that is Saw.
Shout out to the accident that was the movie Saw.
Shout out to Tobin Bell for carrying that franchise.
Tobin Bell for carrying that franchise. And again, because it's such a bunch of accidents, like the script is good, but again, like there's no Leigh Whannell and fucking James Wan did not know when they worked with that composer that's what he was gonna give them. Yeah. That's like, all right. Here's the song I have for this last section. And it's just like, fucking gold! Holy shit, dude! Oh my god, this is it.
Even I was like, oh, bars.
It's yeah, like
said that in 2004.
Like the part where I scream,
He's the first person who said bars.
Oh my god! And we're just clipping this whole thing, but yeah, like again, just the compliment Saw, like everything about that. It just, I don't know. It's weird that Saw the original just feels so much more like a smarter movie than this. It just feels, but hey, it's not bad, and I think it's cool that it exists. Like you mentioned in your Letterboxd review, it is a cool thing that exists, and of course it exists because like. Why would nobody say no? Why would anybody fuck yes, we want to do something with this.
If someone like as rich as Chris Rock walks up to you and is like, I want to make the 9th Saw movie for you. It's
what
like,
are you going to say, no?
It's like, I'm not an idiot, and I love money, so.
Anyways, it's fine. I'd watch it again, though.
Yeah, I think I like it more than you guys, but it's not one of my favorite Saw movies.
Yeah, I definitely want to slowly work my way.
It's near the top. Closer to the top than to the bottom, but I don't know.
Also, like, not like Saw movies are high art. I'm sorry. Like, the first movie is good. And the other ones have, like, pieces that are very good.
Oh my god, the twist of Saw 2 was hilarious.
It's so dumb.
It's so
dumb.
It's so unfair, too.
He told him what to do.
I would love it if, like he caught it and be like, don't worry, your son is safe. Oh, he's in the safe?
The safe?
No.
Why would you say that? Not Mark Wahlberg.
I want to say Dennis Wahlberg.
Now tell me, are you the Wahlberg that beats people up or the one that sells burgers? I'm the other one. Oh.
Oh, no. You're definitely getting tortured then.
Anyways, thank you, Spiral, from the Book of Saw, for letting me appreciate the first Saw a lot more.
Yeah. I also love how, remember when Jigsaw came out and no one gave a shit?
Oh, yeah.
And then Spiral comes out and everyone's like, holy fucking shit, it's time
It's back.
This Saw is here. I just thought that was really
I
good.
think it's just because, like, they fucking brought that series to the ground. Like, they just would not stop. Like, who gives a shit?
It was one movie a year for 7 years.
And then they were like...
And then the last one was 3D.
Yeah, and then they were like... And even now, it was like 2 movies, because they were like... They were planning on doing one more, and so they had to congest it into that. Yeah. Anyways... But yeah, even when they brought Jigsaw back, I was like, it's too soon. I don't give a shit. You brought this...
I remember the trailer vaguely. I just remember like the moment they reveal like, oh, this is a Saw movie. It's called Jigsaw. I felt like it wanted the audience to be like,
oh, Jigsaw.
But
and me and Greg were like, oh.
Yeah. And then like everyone else was like...
Maybe that's why me and Greg were the only people in the theater when we saw it at 2:00 on a Wednesday.
That's the reason.
Anyway, Spiral
from the Book of Saw.
From the Book of Saw, a weird thing that is cool that it exists, I think. But I wish the movie was better. Anyways, like we mentioned, it seems like movies are back, folks. Folks are getting vaccinated. Whether you like it or not, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. So whatever. Theaters are opening up. Our local Alamo will be opening up soon. Not soon enough, unfortunately.
Not soon enough.
But yeah, stuff's coming out. And please be excited. Get your Disney Plus premium $30 or $20 ready. Cruella is here, baby. She's a little crazy. She's a little twisted. But Shield's going to have a great time. Yeah, Cruella's coming out.
Woo.
I don't know anybody. Well, actually, I know somebody who already saw it and who liked it. But again...
Did they see it a year ago when it was supposed to come out?
No, they saw it like a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
I don't...
Because I remember reading that the person who wrote the review for, I think it was Bloody Disgusting, for A Quiet Place Part 2 wrote it a year ago.
Oh.
and they tweeted like, hey, this review I wrote a year ago is out because the movie comes out soon. Which
that
is
makes
really
sense.
funny.
They saw it before, yeah.
Yeah, because that movie was like a week away.
Yeah. And they still had to make fucking Emily Blunt do the pressers and everything.
Oh my! I
ask her for about.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine doing the pressers for a movie twice?
Oh my!
That sounds miserable. Especially for A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: I shit on this movie, and it's stupid. Quiet Place 1's a dumb fucking movie. I'm gonna watch it because it's a fucking. I want to go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
I want to go to the movie theater. I'll watch it. But they're dumb, bad movies, and I'm sorry that I'm the snobby person who likes horror. But people put this movie like on the pedestal. It's like
yes, I remember this. That came out the same year as Hereditary. I remember a list like the best movies of the year, and they put A Quiet Place as number 1. That's objectively wrong.
Like, I feel like such a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But, like, that movie sucks. I don't like
fucking
it.
Whiteboard words are like, monsters, question mark?
What's the weakness?
Like some fucking 2010 video game.
What do you mean Michael Bay had a hand in this? I couldn't tell.
Anyways, I skipped Cruella and went right to A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah,
but there's nothing else to say. I have nothing to say about Cruella.
Looks like it'll be a pretty movie, which is the only box it checks for me, but I don't know if I'll watch it. Probably not.
Anyways, Quiet Place 2, we already said our piece on it. We'll probably watch it. I didn't see the first one in a movie theater, so...
I did. It was weird.
Yeah. The Conjuring. The devil made me do it.
Dude.
New Conjuring.
Dude.
Yes.
I feel concerned.
So fucking bad.
Yeah, I'm bummed,
It
man.
looks so
It looks
shit.
shit.
It looks different.
It looks like God's Not Dead 2, but it's the Conjuring universe. We gotta go to court to prove that demons and devil is real. Why?
God. The court recognizes the existence of God every time they swear someone in. I think it's about time for us to
recognize the existence of the devil.
It just has that vibe of like they made one too many. Even though they should totally make a third Conjuring movie, but it's got that vibe of them like not giving a shit.
Yeah,
anymore.
it feels like the fact they didn't even call it Conjuring 3 is like, this is a spin-off. We don't care.
This feels like it was made by the same guy who made The Curse of La Llorona. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Anyways,
I'll
watch
it.
it.
I am going to watch
again,
it.
I'm pumped.
I hope it's good.
That's where I'm at too, because I'm like, yes, Conjuring. Oh, ouch.
I don't like the Conjuring movies, but after the last year, like I will kill a man to watch a Conjuring movie in theaters.
And then we can take you to court and be like, he didn't do it. The devil made him do it.
What? I didn't do it.
I really wish our Alamo was open for this, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's like the week later they open.
I
am not waiting.
When I had such a sad thought to myself. I don't know if you guys will feel the same way, but when I was watching Spiral at Marcus Majestic, I was like, man, I wish I could have seen the Alamo supplemental materials for a new Saw movie of them doing like some sort of fucking interviews or something. I was just like,
it's just Chris Rock standing up.
It is. We're back on the Saw, like, sucking dick train that we love Saw so much. But I did watch some interviews with, like, just seeing those guys, like, their first big movie being so excited about stuff. I was like, yeah, movies. And then I saw an interview 10 years later, and they're so, like, business. They're so, like, I made Aquaman.
Yeah, we were in college, so I mean, we were thrilled.
Anyways. Oh yeah, they're making a new Spirit movie, and I put it on here because I was like,
at the theater. I was like, whoa, pardon?
What? Spirit?
They saw all the tweets of people being like, oh my god, Spirit, the horse was so hot, and they're like, oh, I guess people want this.
Well, I guess we're stuck at home for a year. We can draw, so.
Untamed, no less.
But yeah, Spirit was the movie that I was like, nobody cared, because Spirit came out like the same year Shrek came out. And it was like, Shrek was the movie that was like, oh, we should stop drawing shit for DreamWorks. Let's just do this. And then there's some people like, I like Spirit.
I remember watching Spirit as a kid and being really fucking bored.
I did not.
I never saw it. I saw the trailer.
I saw this and I was like, I like horses.
Yeah, I don't like horses.
Prince of Egypt, a great movie though. That's what I gotta say.
I think I watched that as a kid, but I don't remember.
Fantastic film. Anyway, Spirit, they're making a new one. Is Luca May June?
Luca is June, according to
I didn't write it
theme. Yeah. This is the next Pixar movie. Oh. And it blows. This is just going on Disney Plus.
Yeah, we mentioned
it's a
this
Pixar
before.
movie.
Yeah.
Like, what is there? Like, we'll be able to pay $30 for Cruella, but like Pixar are like high quality animation.
I don't understand.
We talked about this with Rhea.
Yeah. I don't understand.
I'm happy.
I mean, sure.
I just don't understand their business. Like, I know, like, Soul was great, and like, I appreciate that they put that on Disney Plus for free on Christmas. But why are they doing it again?
I don't understand. I don't understand. Because Black Widow is coming only to theaters, or is it
only no Black Widow's theaters and Disney Plus premium access. Yeah. 4th of July week, I think.
Cool. Well, I mean, I'll watch it. I think it looks pretty, but I don't love what I'm seeing. But I'll watch it. You know. In the Heights comes out finally. HBO Max and.
In the Heights. That's how it goes, right?
Good work. Yeah.
At that exact tone.
Good work. Exactly. Yeah, we'll see. This is the movie that will get me fucking canceled, and we'll see. I don't know. Again, I don't think I've mentioned this on the pod. I've explained this to Donna Jo, who is our friend and my girlfriend. And I think I actually have mentioned it to you guys, that whenever someone's trying to do a thing to like, hey, this is the thing you like, or like it feels like pandering. And I always like, even if it's the most sincere, it's coming from the best place, I'm like, go fuck yourself. How about you fucking fuck off? Fuck you. Fuck your movie. Go to hell. And then I watch it and it's Coco and I'm like, that was incredible.
Damn it.
That was incredible. I'm so sorry.
I hate you,
I hate you. That was unbelievable. Fantastic. You were all right, I guess. But I never saw Coco forever until I was like, yeah. And that's how I feel about this movie. I'm sure it's going to be okay, but until then, fuck this movie. Lin-Manuel Miranda, more like, fuck you. And I just,
got him again. He's sent home. He's like, oh, George got me again.
I listened to the soundtrack to this from the musical, and I like one song. I don't know, we'll see.
In the Heights.
Anyways, that's coming out soon. What's False Positive?
I've been excited for a while. This is a horror movie written by Alana Glazer. She's one of the girls from Broad City, which is what I think is a super underrated show on Comedy Central. It's A24 and it's a horror movie. And the director has done a few good things, if I remember. I don't know a whole lot. I just know it involves, women stuff, obviously, but you can tell by the name. But Alana Glazer is so funny and such a
the director
excellent.
Of Pee-wee's Big Holiday.
Maybe I got the director wrong.
No, yeah, that's
my God.
I thought it was a director from
Pierce Brosnan. Justin.
Oh,
my God.
They directed several episodes of the show. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, that show was great. She's fantastic, and I'm so excited to see.
The review says Girls Boss Rosemary's Baby.
Oh no.
We'll see.
I'm totally fine with that.
Ryan's like, sign me up. Oh, that was written by Ryan.
What? Guys, I wrote a movie.
Anyways,
but yeah, that's coming to Hulu, which sucks. Because I'd like to see it in theaters. Maybe it'll be in theaters too.
Maybe.
But yeah, I love her and Abbi Jacobson a lot, so I will. See
I only know her from the show that has now become a GIF of where she's like, "How am I?" That's
that show has been GIFed a lot.
Yeah.
The Yas Queen, that's from there too. Great show. Would highly recommend it. Very smart show too for about two girls who are high most of the time.
I believe this is also an A24 film. Zola.
Yes, the Twitter movie. Which I forgot that story completely. I don't think I've read the story.
That was a while ago.
I think I remember seeing it, but I don't know if I read the whole
2017,
thing.
16?
I remember it blowing up, and then the movie rights got bought up really quickly.
Yeah.
So I am thrilled to see this.
Yeah,
It's got
it
our
looks
girl
fun.
Riley Keough. She's great. So yeah, I'm excited for this too.
Yeah, this looks
I'll watch
excited for A24 to be back.
In a movie theater?
Really missed
In a
them.
movie theater?
In a movie theater, not on Epics.
Yeah, not Epics. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Zola, that's coming out.
Zola, thrilled.
Ryan Reynolds, baby, he's back. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Does anybody remember The Hitman's Bodyguard?
I did not see it.
This is funny because I was talking to my boss today, and she was like, "Ryan, go see The Hitman's Boss's Wife's Bodyguard," and I was like, "What are you talking about? Are you having a stroke?" And she's like, "No, the movie." I was like, "What?"
It's a crazy ass title.
I know, it makes no sense because I forgot about The Hitman's Bodyguard, and I did think if they made a sequel, they'd put wives in the middle. Like, you think like if they're gonna add to it, they'd add to the end of the statement.
Two possessives.
Yeah, they'd add to the end of
Hitman's
it.
Wife's Bodyguard.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
I'm also.
Is Ryan Reynolds the hitman, the bodyguard?
He's the
or
bodyguard.
Or the wife?
I think Selma Hayek is the wife.
Yes.
And I think Samuel Jackson is the hitman.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah.
And I will be buying one ticket.
You go right ahead, Ryan.
I will not be doing
You
that.
just want to support him because his name's Ryan, huh?
No.
Ryan will watching Free Guy this fall.
No thanks.
Peter Rabbit 2's finally fucking coming out. It's finally fucking coming out.
No, put it back.
Peter Rabbit 2: The Runaway.
Anyways.
Then that movie had to have a controversy because like there was
making fun of food allergies.
Yeah, they were
something.
like bullying some guy, and like this is a children's movie.
What's his name? General Hux was allergic to blueberries or something.
Oh yeah, and they're like, let's throw blueberries at him. I remember this now. And parents were like, that's not really like.
This is a bad message for my blueberry allergic child.
That is like really like cruel though.
Yeah.
Like, I'm allergic to cheese. Right, what if I throw these crap seagulls at your face? Ugh, stop it.
That's not cheese.
It stings a little bit because there's a little bit of cheese in there. I'm also allergic to plastic, so.
Anyways, I'm just convinced nobody else wanted to pick this movie up, and so they just had to keep delaying.
No choice but
Yeah.
put it in theaters.
Anyways, that's coming out.
Netflix was like, that's too bad even for us.
Yeah, whoa.
Anyways, cinema is back, folks.
No.
Movies are back. Finally, the biggest movie. I cannot fucking wait that this is the movie I will watch. I'll go to a movie theater with a capacity crowd, and we'll just be hooting and hollering. F9, the Fast Saga, it's back. We're pretending that Fast 8 didn't happen. We're pretending that Hobbs and Shaw didn't happen. We're back. Justice is coming. Finally.
You know what? I'm down.
Finally. Movies are back.
Ryan, you want to take it?
No, but me and Jordan, we had this conversation. If they made a next Fast and Furious, will they call it the Fast and the Fury X?
Yes. And then there's no way they're going to leak the X on the table. Like, they'll be like FX or FFX.
FX _ not the channel.
Yeah. Something. There's no way they can just leave that X on the table.
X.
Yes.
Finally, just fucking combine those.
Yes.
Vin Diesel,
Vin Diesel plays 2
Dom, you've been
characters.
cloned.
It's my clone brother.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Charlize Theron's character is like, I made a clone of you
I'm
in
so
secret.
pissed that she is a central character, it seems. I'm so
At least
furious.
her hair is not as bad.
Yes, at least her hair is not just offensively bad.
How many
Jesus
Fast movies
Christ.
have you seen, Cary?
8. I haven't seen
She
8.
saw
I
8.
saw number 8.
And that was the worst one.
Oh, okay.
Not the worst one, but it's pretty bad
I have
compared to the
not
rest.
seen any of the other ones.
Okay.
I didn't like the one that I saw.
It's
very
not good.
much.
Apparently, you started out at like a low point.
Yeah, it's not good. It's got Helen Mirren in it for a second.
That's
I
kinda
do like
funny.
She's
Helen
back in
Mirren
this one. She's got a car now, finally. They gave her a
I
car.
love Helen.
Thank God.
I remember we saw this trailer in front of Mortal Kombat, and I asked Greg, I was like, has Helen Mirren always been in
Yeah,
these?
she hasn't.
And I don't remember.
Since the
And
first
he was
one.
Like, he was like, I don't fucking know.
He's seen them, though. He doesn't remember.
My favorite part when I saw Demon Slayer is they played a trailer for Fast 8, Fast 9.
I was like, well, I was really confused.
Again, like, I feel like there's an overlap there.
It still was not what I was like. Usually when they play anime,
The
they're just like,
family
there's no, you only see anime movies. We're just gonna skip right to it. Like,
That's
no.
true. That's true. They usually only give you like, here's
But
fucking.
like, but then like I see like Vin Diesel like flipping a burger. Like, family, am I right?
That's what I'm saying. The family keeps getting bigger and bigger until it is the biggest movie franchise in all.
Who do they
cinema.
bring in next? Who does the family
Me.
next?
Cary Lyle's me.
I'm
I'm
recording.
bringing my Chrysler Cirrus, my 99 Chrysler
I can see
Cirrus.
Henry Golding. I don't know who else is. I don't know who else.
Can I have a cameo in my 2007 Chrysler Series?
No, we get the car from the pyramid in Seward. We drive that.
Here's my 1975
Chevy Vega.
Chevy Vega. It's not in good
It's in
condition.
very ill repair, and it does not run. I am ready to join the family. And then Vin Diesel's like, welcome to the family.
Anyways,
And then I'm like, yeah, then
And then we're just like,
oh, I'm coming. I just had to unbury my car from the pyramid.
I hope this movie's good because the last movie's been bad. So this feels like it needs to be good. They brought back Justin Lin. They are doing stuff for fans in this one. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. But I'm excited regardless that this is going to be one of the movies I see in a movie theater again with a bunch of folks. And that's that. That's kind of be enough to talk about. And then there's more stuff after that. We got Black Widow finally.
Green Knight.
Maybe I feel
Yes.
Green Knight. Yes, I feel so bad again for the who has to fucking. I mentioned this. The person who had to edit all these fucking Black Widow trailers, and I was like, I don't have any more footage to work off of. What the fuck?
If you piece together all the trailers
Exactly.
I put out, you could watch the
whole
film.
movie.
That's really funny.
Anyways, yeah, Green Knight.
How many Black Widow trailers? Like, and it's coming out next month. Wait a minute, I just got an email from my boss.
Also, I feel like I've been gaslit into being excited about Marvel again because it means that movies are back.
That's
Like-
true.
Like at a certain point, I was like, I don't give a shit anymore. But I was like,
Do you feel better because
sure.
it's been like a year since you've seen a Marvel
Yeah,
movie?
probably.
Yeah.
I saw that headline that was like, there was no Marvel movie this year, and I was like, the Earth is healing.
It was a good, we all needed that.
Guess what? Now you get 2 this year,
No.
and then probably 2 the movie after that, and then
No, there's 4 this year. There's 4 Marvel movies this year. There's Black Widow, there's Shang-Chi, there's Eternals, and there's Spider-Man.
Eternals is this year.
Yeah, November.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Black Widow, January, Shang-Chi is September.
This Spider-Man Marvel.
It's Marvel adjacent.
Because Venom is also this year, right?
Venom is also this year, but we don't have to
But
see
that's
that.
not at all.
We don't have to see that. I mean, we will, but we don't have to.
We should bring back, like, Macklemore to do Venom 2 song. Like, Venom, like, something. Or something like
I just want to say, I don't know why people like that Venom 2 trailer. It is the cringiest thing I've
I
seen.
didn't see it.
It's bad.
It's really bad. It's like, I made you eggs, Eddie. And it's like, all right.
I do like the part in the trailer where the only thing in the trailer that got a laugh out of me was when, at the very end, when the lady at the store is like, we don't have the chocolate shipment yet, and Venom just goes, no! I liked that. I really like that. That's it. The rest of the trailer is awful.
You're like, mood.
I just like the way he says no. Like, the way it's cut, it's just so immediate and so aggressive. He's like, no!
Because, oh my god, what's his name?
Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy voices Venom.
Oh.
And then they, like, altered the, like, Venom.
That's funny.
So, yeah, it's...
Anyways.
Morbius, even though that was supposed to come up before Venom 2,
yes,
was
it was.
moved to January.
Yes, it was.
Where it fucking belongs. Put all Jared Leto movies in January.
But yeah, Morbius was supposed to come out sooner.
I can't believe they made a Morbius movie
I
still.
have a question, Ryan. Did they nerf Woody Harrelson's wig?
Yes, they changed the wig. They got the note that people were like, oh, that Raggedy
really
Ann wig.
I was upset that his wig didn't look as funny.
You were hoping for a whole movie of like a wig where like, you saw it already kind of coming off.
I was hoping for a fucking whole movie of Wendy from Wendy's. Yes, I was upset to see that.
You think this movie, like the reason he hates Tom Hardy, like Tom Hardy goes, "Is Wendy working today?" He just quotes an old Vine.
We got any Lucky Charms for me?
He's like, "There's gonna be some carnage now." And it's like, what? He's like, carnage. He's like, what a specific word.
Venom, Chaos Walking in theaters soon.
Directed by Andy Serkis.
Yes, Andy Serkis
Really?
is directing
Yeah.
Venom 2.
Oh.
Yeah, weird, right? I like him. That's the shittiest part of it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
No.
Yep.
Andy.
Anyways, that's films coming soon at you. We'll be here. Ryan,
this
where can people
couch.
find you?
Letterbox Film Piece. That's me. It's like my review of
Saw 3.
Shadow in the Clouds.
Oh, Shadow in the Cloud.
Is that your most popular review?
No, I think my most popular review is my review of what was that movie? Scariest Toys to Tell in the Dark.
Nice.
My review was like, Rhino was invented 2 years ago, dumbass. And it was like my most likes.
That's pretty
Something
funny.
like that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
My most popular review is of Slender Man.
Yes!
It says the review
Oh, yeah,
is,
I remember
Bye
Bye
Bye Man. Sweetie, I'm so sorry that an ugly bitch like this would even try it.
Yes.
Cary,
That's my
where can
claim
people
to
find
fame.
you?
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Cary, Karrie, or you can find me on Twitter at KAR_E_Lyles, LYLES.
And you can find me at jcruzalvarez26. I don't remember anything that we just recorded because I'm so tired, but I do it for you. I do it for the fans, folks, and I will continue to watch these movies, and so will all of us.
That's why we love you, George.
Thank you. Until next time, we will see you then. Bye-bye.